Well, another State of the Game update. It feels like it's been forever since the last one. Happy New Year, everyone. But you are here for the January news update, so let's get right to it, shall we? Greetings, Terrarians. We missed you over the holiday break, between all of the usual family and friends, running around, and with more or less all of the pertinent news items being covered off at the end of November, we decided to push off the State of the Game and just move on into the new year. So here we are. 2022 has kicked off with a bang. Week 1 saw Terraria winning the 2022 Labor of Love Steam Award, as well as the launch of Journey's End on Nintendo Switch. Week 2 saw the reimagined China mobile version of Terraria winning TapTap's 2021 Game of the Year. Behind the scenes, things have been equally busy, with each development team hard at work on what is to come later this year. What all does that entail, you say? Well, let's get into the details. Happy New Year. Now, the first news item, which many of you will have seen and which was just mentioned, is that Terraria finally won Steam's big annual Labor of Love Award. So hats off to them for that. As for this award, they wrote, "You like us, you really like us. At long last, the loyalty and strength of the Terraria community won out, delivering the 2021 Labor of Love Steam Award to Terraria. As in years past, we were up against some pretty tough competitors, so this is no small feat. We cannot say what all this means to us other than a whole lot. I think a couple of team members might have even teared up a little. Suffice to say, we cannot thank you all enough for your amazing support this year, in the past, and in what is going to be a bright future. You all are what this is all about. Bravo." They really wanted to win that one last year. They couldn't quite pull it off. So it's good to see that they finally did win the award. It's well earned, for sure. Next up, here's news of another award that most of us here in the West won't have heard about. Hot on the heels of the Labor of Love Award, we found out that the China mobile version of Terraria won TapTap's 2021 Game of the Year. Yeah, we know this isn't technically PC news, but we're excited nonetheless and felt it fit right in next to the Steam Award. This is a fully revamped and reimagined version of mobile in China, much more aligned to the version that the rest of the world enjoys. It is beyond exciting to see such a strong level of support and enthusiasm for this release of our beloved game. And we look forward to seeing what other milestones it can achieve. Big thanks to the team at DR Studios and XDN for their hard work in making China Mobile awesome again. Next, new Developer's Choice selections in the Steam Workshop. They write, "Over the break and beyond, the team has had a chance to catch up on some of the latest packs and worlds on the Steam Workshop. So here you have it, our latest suite of Developer's Choice selections. The Spirits of Halloween. The best party is a costume party, am I right?" And this is just Terraria backwards. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. The comment for this one was, "What could possibly go wrong when you combine every seed together and toss it into For the Worthy Master Mode?" That sounds tough. Don't Starve Together Spiders. Kind of wish we had done this one ourselves. And then finally, Castlevania map. What a horrible night to have a curse on this simply amazing map. So, if you're big into the Steam Workshop but aren't sure which content to download for Terraria, there are over 40,000 entries after all, you could do a lot worse than to try these out. And next, to conclude with their PC updates for the month, we've got sort of a catch-all category. What else is going on? Funny you should ask. Steam Deck optimizations are nearly complete. In fact, we are likely looking to push those live soon to be ready well in advance of Steam Deck launch in late February. Unless you are playing on Steam Deck, you will not see much difference in this build outside of a handful of bug fixes, etc. Our team is beyond excited for this new platform, and we have had a ton of fun messing around to try and get things feeling and running just right, in time for launch. As for what else we have going on, a lot of experimentation continues around the future. After all, we need to be sure that our labors are worthy of your love moving forward, right? So that's a little cryptic, but maybe in the next few months we'll hear something about those new labors. Now on to the consoles, beginning with Xbox and PlayStation. For those two consoles, they write the following. Greetings, Terrarians. The team has mostly been focused on Switch development and hotfixes, but we already have a keen eye on the future. What will that entail? Read on. What's up next now that we have Switch Journey's End out of the door, pending a few more fixes, of course? Why, it's the long-mentioned content parity update. For years, non-PC players have followed behind on content, but these days will be coming to a close in 2022, as the DR team will be bringing content parity for everyone to fruition. Obviously, each platform will have its differences in features, touch for mobile and Switch, etc., but as for the core content of the game itself, everyone will be on the same page. The timeline is still a bit to be determined, but as soon as we have a better idea, we will share it. The plan is for this to come to all platforms at once, or as close as possible. That means we are aiming to bring 141, 142, and 143 to you all at once. Now, to be clear, that does not include things like Tmod Loader or Steam Workshop style pack support at this time. Those remain interesting ideas that the team will explore, but first things first, getting everyone to the same version of the core Terraria experience. We hope that you are just as excited as we are. What's that? You want a quick teaser? Well, alright then. To be clear, we have a lot of work ahead still, but without further ado, we give you... And they shared this video, which I'm just gonna play as I read what else they had to say about the console editions. They continued with, we are of course aware of some of the larger remaining bits, further keyboard and mouse work, online and split screen multiplayer, etc. And we still plan to get to these. Thanks so much for your feedback and reporting during the launch, and since with your help we were able to fine-tune and sort out issues to create a better Terraria experience for everyone. Well, it really feels like the non-PC editions of the game are catching up at long last with the PC edition, and they're doing so faster than ever before. At least that's my perspective on it. But what about the Nintendo Switch edition of the game? They did mention it, but what about its own dedicated news update? Well, I'm about to read what they had to say specifically about the Switch. Switch Terrarians have been enjoying Journey's End for a few weeks now, and we thank each and every one of you for your invaluable feedback since. With your help, we were able to hotfix the few launch issues last week, and we still have at least one more fix patch coming your way in the next week or two. Stand by for that and keep your thoughts and reports coming. We are also planning to address the spaces that were not quite ready for launch day, things like online and split multiplayer, local multiplayer, etc. So don't think that we've forgotten you there. It's all just down to a question of what happens when. In case you missed it above in the console section, the next content-based update for Nintendo Switch will be aiming to bring parity to all Terrarians. 141, 142, and 143 all at the same time. Timing's still a bit to be determined, but our goal is to get everyone this update all at the same time. Wish us luck. And then mobile. What did they have to say about mobile? Well, not too much, but I'll read what they said. Hello everyone. Mobile news is much the same as the news for consoles. Parity this way comes. What's up next after we get Switch Journey's End out of the door alongside any needed hotfixes? Why, it's the long-mentioned content parity update. For years, non-PC players have followed behind on content, but these days will be coming to a close in 2022, as the DR team will be bringing content parity for everyone to fruition. Obviously, each platform will have its differences and features, but as for the core content of the game itself, everyone will be on the same page. The timeline is still a bit to be determined, but as soon as we have a better idea, we will share it. The plan is for this to come to all platforms at once, or as close as possible. That means that we are aiming to bring 1.4.1, 1.4.2, and 1.4.3 to you all at once. Now, to be clear, this does not include things like Tmod Loader or Steam Workshop style pack support at this time. Those remain interesting ideas that the team will explore, but first things first, getting everyone to the same version of the core Terraria experience. Wow, that was deja vu. I kind of repeated myself there, but I didn't want anyone to miss out in case someone had skipped ahead to their particular section. That's why I kind of repeated myself as they did in their State of the Game update. Now, that content parity is going to be super important if they're ever going to implement crossplay between platforms, which is something not mentioned in this update, but it's something they've talked about in the past. And it's pretty cool that they're still working on the game despite clearly already having won the Labor of Love award on Steam. It's not like they really have anything left to prove at this point. They've sold over 30 million copies, they've won all these awards, yet they still continue to work, so that's good. And then just to wrap up this month's update, there was a section on community news, which I am not going to read, but if you're interested in any insights into the Terraria Discord community, I'll include a link to the news post that you can click on below. There's also some updates to the merchandise store that can be found in the community news section of the update. These new plushies in particular stood out to me as an interesting addition. A while back, I bought the old set just on a lark, and it was kind of neat. But this new set of plushies for 2022 shows that the game is still alive and well, and they expect that interest in the game is still alive and well. So it's good to see them merchandising the game for those of you who might want to get, stocking stuff or this coming Christmas or whatever. Anyway, that's it for the month. Hopefully, the next news update won't have such a delay as this one did between the last and this one. It remains to be seen, of course, but it sounds like there'll be one next month. And of course, February is the shortest month, so maybe you'll have the shortest wait of the year to get to the next update. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, if you're still listening to me blabber on, I appreciate you watching the videos. It's good to be back on YouTube again. It felt like a long break for sure. Anyway, take care everyone, stay healthy, and I will see you next time.